Alright, another Tengu Plant video at YCS Danny's. Okay, so on the left I'm playing the Chaos Synchro deck that was piloted by Silichus Ruin from formatlibrary.com. So he decided to use a variant of a Fabled variant, so a Fabled deck that uses a Fabled Raging, and it also uses the Destiny Hero Diamond Dude and Malicious, so it's kind of interesting to me. Also plays a healthy amount of normal spells too, not too excessive. I did tweak it a little bit. I am playing three dualities as opposed to one, as opposed to two in his list. I don't know if that's correct or not because this deck is more combo based, and playing a duality deck into playing duality in a Tengu Plant deck is pretty interesting to me, especially if the deck combos off a lot. So I summon the Diamond Dude here. Oh, sorry, on the right side, playing against Gravekeepers. So let's see what the deck does. So on the left side, I activate the Diamond Dude here, and I check if it's a spell, and it's not. It's not a normal spell that I can activate. So I decided to set some trap cards to protect my Diamond Dude from being attacked over, and hopefully the Diamond Dude will be able to stick so that I can use his effect again. Activates the Duality here, and then tries to it gets a, I believe it's a Malefic Cyber End Dragon. It looks like he gets the Necro Valley to his hand. I'm hoping to activate the Diamond Dude in the next turn by so the way that the deck 100% gets a normal spell card is by top decking for Plague Spreader Zombie and being able to put a normal spell to the top of the deck and then using the Diamond Dude to mill the top of the deck. And since you know what the card is, you're going to be able to resolve it on the next turn, on the next main phase. So using the Plague Spreader Zombie in conjunction with the normal spell in your hand, you can use the Diamond Dude to mill the spell cards on top of the deck. If it's a Destiny draw, you'll be able to draw two cards on the next following turn. So that's kind of the idea of this deck. And also, this deck also plays only one MST, so it's really hard for me to clear the Necro Valley. So we'll see what happens here. He summons the Gale here to half the Diamond Dude, and then see what if he wants to declare an attack. He activates the Wing Blast, or he attacks. Yeah, it looks like he attacks with the Gale and activate the Wing Blast, discarding the Cerberus, and the Cerberus will be able to bring itself out because it was discarded. So I'll be able to Synchro Summon to Bryonac here and take out his field spell if I need to. But hopefully I'll be able to get a normal spell. Let's see what happens here. Draw into a Mirror Force here, and I mill a Kushano, so not correct. So it goes straight to the bottom. So yet again, I don't have a I don't have a normal spell coming off, so that's fine. Hopefully I can protect it. I did draw a Mirror Force, and now I'm setting three back row. So I Wing Blast the Gale, so it is another Gale. So he halves the Diamond Dude again, so I Mirror Force it, and then I draw for turn here, and I still miss. So unfortunate for me. I don't know how this deck is able to generate value if it doesn't hit with Diamond Dude, but it does kind of give me ideas for an Edison deck using the Diamond Dude. I know Diamond Dude is very underplayed in Edison, so I'll probably play a deck with Diamond Dude in the future. So he draws a card for turn, he sets it to the back row, and I still miss. So it's already four times already that I was able to miss with the Diamond Dude. So very unlucky for me. Then I switched to Serval to attack mode, as it has more attack points than the Diamond Dude, because Diamond Dude is half twice with Gale. Summons a Gale yet again, or no, he summons another monster yet again, and then I'm warning the monster. So this way I can protect the Diamond Dude. He activates a Solemn Judgment so he can protect the Diamond Dude here, or summon so he can protect the Commandant so he can attack over my Diamond Dude here. Okay, so he passes his turn here, so now Diamond Dude doesn't have any play. I think I draw into a normal spell card. I think it was Heavy Storm, so I felt pretty unlucky there. So I was finally able to see a normal spell, but now I can't use it because I drew into it. Summons the Recruiter here. I think I activate Torrential here to clear the board, and I do. So knowing that he uses Solemn Judgment with his three back row tells me that he does not have any Starlight Road when I Torrentialed here. So I made that read, and so now he searches a recruiter with a recruiter, and now my heavy storm will be able to be played because, yeah, and he sets another back row here. I activate heavy storm here, and he activates the Rite of Spirit, brings out yeah, he brings out the recruiter in attack position. Loses the Necro Valley, so this way I can special summon my Chaos Sorcerer, my favorite card of all times. Now the Chaos Sorcerer is able to banish the Recruiter. I normal summon the Tour Guide here so that I can go to Kushano and then make a Leviair play where I can Synchro Summon with the Chaos Sorcerer and then make a level 8 Synchro. Level 8 Synchro that's really good in these situations is probably going to be a Scrap Dragon because Scrap Dragon can deal with his further Necro, his further Necro Valley play. And it looks like I go for the Diamond Dew play and I still miss. So it looks like I pass here without attacking. I attack for 18 and 14, and then he just scoops. Yeah, so there was no need for me to synchro summon after all. So good for me. But still, I think that was kind of a misplay. I think I still should have made a play. I should have got a Cerberus and then swing with the. No, that's incorrect. So the Diamond Dude actually OTKs him here. All right, so we're gonna start off game two here. See who wins this one. He activates the Necro Valley. He activates the Commandant to search for the Necro Valley. Hopefully he doesn't have Royal Tribute because Royal Tribute would really hurt right now because I think I drew a lot of monsters in this game. Activates the Duality. So Duality checks the top three cards of the deck and he could add a Necro Valley. Does not. Gets a Recruiter. So he looks like by adding the Recruiter to his hand, it kind of tells me that he is monster starved. So his Recruiter is probably gonna he's probably gonna rely on the Recruiter to get him in the game here. So he normal summons the Recruiter, and then he sets one back row and passes. Okay, so it looks like he does have a lot of monsters, so I'm not sure why he decided to get the Recruiter. Maybe it's the good with the Commandant. We'll never know. Activate the Diamond Dude, and I fail yet again. So definitely gonna up the number of normal spells in this deck, so that I can at least hit the Diamond Dude a little better. I think I get the Plague Spreader Zombie. Yeah, I get the Plague Spreader Zombie because I do have the Phoenix Wind Blast. So, and I put more normal spells back on top of the deck so that, or in the deck so that I can mill randomly with the Diamond Dude. I set two back rows and I passed because Recruiter is bigger than my, yeah, Recruiter is bigger than my Diamond Dude with the Necro Valley. Activates the MST here. I have the option to chain the Wing Blast and choose the Necro Valley. Hopefully he doesn't have a Commandant, and he does. So he does have the Necro Valley again, but he loses his, yeah, he loses his Necro Valley, or he loses a Commandant out of his hand. Activates Duality here, and he's able to get more cards. Looks like he's going to get the Phoenix Chain here, or he can get the Cyber End Dragon to be able to put more damage on the board. Let's see what he gets here. Gets the Phoenix Chain, cool. So this way he can stop my Diamond Dude in case he can. Well, there's no way to protect the Diamond Dude because my Wing Blasts are all gone. Okay. He attacks over the Diamond Dude, and I take 300 damage, and he sets a monster. He does a T set, and he passes. I draw for turn, and then it looks like I draw into a Dust Shoot, so pretty unfortunate for me. I summon the Tour Guide here. Hopefully it goes off, but it doesn't because he does have Phoenix Chain here. So I top deck for Plague Sparrow Zombie to Synchro Summon into Catastor. Or actually, I made a TG Hyper Librarian because it's stronger. And most of all the Gravekeepers have dark attribute except for Commandant. So the TJ Hyperblade Banner will be able to clear his face down monster. But I think I chose not to do anything here, just because I don't want him to search for the Descendant. But he had the Spy anyways, so I just skipped this game without doing much because he's pretty much yeah, he's pretty much controlled me out. I can't do much, especially behind, and then he has a Necro Valley too on top of that. So all right, so now we're gonna go to game three. So game three starts, and now we start our game. Looks like I draw into a Destiny draw here. Hopefully I was able to draw into a Malicious so I can resolve my Destiny draw. Yep, always feels good when that happens. So now this way I can banish the Malicious. Normal summon a Tuner and make it level 8 Synchro. Looks like I normal summon the Thunder King Ryo, and I do have two back rows, but I think I'm only going to set one. So I set a Solemn Judgment. Solemn Warning. The reason why I only set one, even though Heavy Storm's in this format, and there's no reason to set two, is that if he does activate his effects going first, he's a back row heavy deck, so he's gonna set all his back rows first. So he's gonna Heavy Storm right here first, and then set all his back row. Whereas if I set two, he can Heavy Storm me theoretically, and then set all his back rows. So that's why I only set one. I only need one anyways because the deck doesn't do much. So he sets three, and then he activates Necro Valley with no royal tribute. I have the option here of declaring an attack if I want to. If he depresses here, I can normal summon the Tour Guide to summon the Levier, use Levier to bring back the Thunder King Ryo anyways. So that's one of the things I love about Tengu Plant, is that if you lose your level 4 Tengu Plant, if you lose your level 4 Thunder King Ryo, you can just bring it back with Levier, and that's kind of cool. Then I set a monster to my zone, and I pass. He draws for turn here. Doesn't look like he draws into another monster. He sets another back row, and it looks like it's going to be a Thunder King beatdown here. So I attack for 1900 here. He takes 1900. Okay, cool. I set another back row here. I think it's Solemn Judgment, and I set another monster. He MSTs the new one, and he hits the Dust Shoot. All right. And then now he draws for turn. Dust Shoot was really useless against Gravekeepers, so that's why I set it. I wanted to make him do a blind space. So he does the end phase MST. He draws for turn and passes without doing anything. I draw for turn, and I have the option of flipping my monsters to do more damage. But I decided not to do that because it would play into torrential. So he's gonna have a hard time dealing with my Thunder King. So I'm definitely going to just keep swinging in for 1900. And if he had Sea President, he has a Mirror Force. All right. So now I can't revive my Thunder King anymore. So I flip the Diamond Dude here. Hopefully nothing happens, and nothing happens. I still miss. I don't know why. So I've yet to resolve a Diamond Dude once, even though I've drawn him all 3 games. I don't know. I don't know how consistent Diamond Dude is to hit the normal spell on the top of the deck. Activates the Duality here, and then he mills the top 3, gets the Commandant. So now he finally has a monster here, and if he discards it, he'll lose his monster, unless he has another monster for Stell. Looks like he summons the Commandant here, and then I Mirror Force the attack, and then he Solemn Judgments. This is a really good position for me when he Solemn Judgments his. Yeah, he Solemn Judgments the Mirror Force. Okay, so now I have to deal with the Commandant with 2100 defense. I summon the Greffer here, and then hopefully he doesn't do anything to it. I call Priority, I believe. I think I discard a Chaos Sorcerer because I can't use it due to Necro Valley. And I think I discard a Plague Spreader Zombie. That has to be the move. Okay, and then I can top deck here for Bryanak, maybe. And then the Bryanak will be able to deal with stuff. I flip over to Sangan. Oh, and I flip over the Mind Control, yeah. And then now I can just go into battle phase and attack with everybody. All right, yeah, looks like that's game. So he didn't have a torrential set, and I was afraid of it for no reason. Yeah, and that was the back and forth gameplay of Tengu Plant Format. Hope you guys enjoyed this Tengu Plant Format video, as it was against one of the more degenerate decks, which was the Necro Valley Gravekeeper Royal Tribute deck with Duality. But he was unable to resolve Royal Tribute, so it must mean that it isn't as consistent as everybody thinks it is, because in all 3 games he didn't open both Necro Valley or Royal Tribute. So, and he played against a deck that was pretty much he was heavily favored against, because I do play Chaos Engines in my deck and BLS and all these other shenanigans. But I do have the Wing Blast to deal with the Necro Valley. I do have MST, and I do have the Heavy Storm to deal with all that stuff. But yeah, okay. See you guys on the next Tangle Plat video if I ever decide to make another one. All right, peace out, guys.